Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now is that Ebony and Oletitok had another both bars in the palace. Right now, no, in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, they had a very serious buzz. Why was this even necessary at all? But one of the toughest decisions you can make is to bring women and cluster them together. When you cluster women together, there is a likelihood that things like this will always happen. We heard that Ebony was just minding her business and just going her way. And when she saw Oletitok, she smiled and she greeted Oletitok and she wanted to pass. Oletitok gave Ebony a serious back to back that Ebony's jealousy could not allow Ebony be part of the event. That Ebony was right there in Ile-Ife and Ebony did not come out. And from what we are hearing, they said it's true that Ebony is in Ile-Ife. Ebony is in her family house in Ile-Ife. And why Ebony will not be part of that event where everybody showed up? Dr. Elizabeth was in the event. Dr. Elizabeth happens to be that one person that doesn't like all of these events. You find out that she's the one person that will not be a part of the events. She will be there in the palace, but she will not come out. But of course, when she comes out, she'll be frowning her face the entire time. Like that day, you never ever see her life. You know that Dr. Elizabeth hardly smiles. Like she hardly laughs, okay? And but she was there frowning her face the entire time, but she was there, but Ebony was out and never came out. So they said when Ebony was passing and Oletitok was passing, Oletitok was carrying one of her babies and she was passing very fast and going to do her business. They now intercepted some each other. And Ebony smiled and greeted Oletitok, and Oletitok now gave Ebony the very senior boost. It was jealousy. Your jealousy could not allow you take my success, and that was why you never showed up for the kids' event. Now, Ebony said, "What is that to jealous about you? Why? What is that to jealous about you? We are in this boat together. The same situation. They have kept us aside." You know, the reason why they said Ebony smiled that way was because when Oletitok first had these babies, Oletitok had said that she was more deserving of all the beautiful things of life that Oni had to offer. And they said she made that comment when Kabiyesi gave the hospital shares to Tade Nikawo. That was when she started saying that she's got twins, a boy she has, a girl she has. That why would Kabiyesi do that? That if there's any woman that deserves the best out of Kabiyesi right now is her, because she has twins. See, there are two children. Kabiyesi has children, but the two children that Kabiyesi do not play with. You see Tade Nikawo, you see the girl Adewamiwa. You see those two children. Kabiyesi love those children too much. He does not play with them at all. Like, he does not play with those children at all. Do you understand? So, now, and Kabiyesi is a man that loves children a lot. Kabiyesi is a father to a lot of children, both biological and not biological. He has them in quantums right there in the palace. Now, for you to come and give birth to a boy and a girl, and you think that you've done something so special, he has a boy and he has girls, okay? And so now they said that was when Ebony started telling her that, look, we are on the same boat. There's nothing you're chopping that I am not chopping, and you and I are all together. The only problem you have is that you want to carry yourself and compare yourself to Olori Naomi. And that is why you will continue to cry, because there is nothing that you have that is special that Kabiyesi has not seen before. That I did not attend the naming because I had a more important function to go to. And that was why I didn't attend the event in the palace, not because I am jealous. I did not attend that event because I had something to do the previous day. And when I came back, I was under the weather. And even everybody knew that I was under the weather. After I came back from the event I attended previously, I was under the weather. I was very down, and that was why I could not attend the event. But since you have interpreted it that it is because of jealousy that I didn't attend your event, let it stay that way. It's not a big deal. There's nothing. It's not a big deal. They said Oletik started saying that Ebony is the one who is doing everything to her, that they have told her in church that everything that she's going through in the hand of Ooni of Ife, the fact that her marriage is the way it is, things are not going the way they're supposed to go. Ooni of Ife asking her to go to stay in the Olori's mansion and all of that, that Ebony is the one who is responsible. That she knows that all of these things are coming from Ebony. A lot of people might think that it's because of the way that Ooni of Ife feels about Olori Naomi, that she knows that it is not. It is because of the jealousy that Ebony has got in her heart towards her. Now, people might even want to ask, what is this thing with Ebony and Oletik? Because when they first got married, we got one information that they had a very serious fight. Just when Oletik had come to visit the Ooni of Ife, they said that fight was because of a parking space. And then eventually, Oletik was welcome, had a very beautiful welcome into the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that time that even Timi came and played for Oletik. There, a lot of people had said that at that, you know, that when Olori Nami left the palace of the Ooni of Ife, it was Ebony that was there. At that time, Ebony and Ooni of Ife, they were head over heels in love with each other. Everybody was happy. Ebony was so happy and all of that. But they said that, you know, Ooni of Ife's decision to marry all of these women, Ebony never knew that Oni was going to marry as many wives as he did eventually. And Ebony did not know. Ebony was thinking, you know, before that Oni of Ife married all of them, Oni of Ife had always stated that he is a one man, one woman. So Ebony was still there when Oni of Ife had moved into polygamy, okay? And so eventually he married all of these women. So Ebony was no longer the apple of Kabiesi's eyes. When Toby came, Toby too, you know, was young, and Kabiesi was drooling over Toby and all of that. And, you know, that love from Ebony was taken away by Toby at that time because they were still, you know, enjoying themselves, not knowing that Olori Nami will come back and collect what rightfully belonged to her. So they say it was that jealousy that started their problem from the very beginning. And from that time till now, it's been the same problem. And that's why when the children were welcomed into the palace, they say Ebony has been right there in Ile-Ife, and Ebony did not attend that event. A lot of people are saying she shouldn't have behaved that way. For the sake of her husband, she should have attended. But others are saying that she said she had flu, she was under the weather. She didn't want to come to a place where there would be too many people like that, which is, of course, everybody must understand that she also was being considerate of other people. But at the end of the day, they say it was a very serious basbos where Oletik was saying that it's because of jealousy that made Ebony not to come for her event. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.